Hello everyone, so going from weird news to even weirder, Waking Titan finally has its own mascot, a hamster named Mr. Noodles. I'll get right to the info right now, so enjoy. So just yesterday, members of the tape community started to receive very interesting packages from Loop 16, and especially weirder because they were from their own address. Now these packages were a variety of pet foods and contained the following note: for Mr. Noodles only, do not eat. Now just a day later, the command status on Waking Titan updated to say the following: subroutine output log, 48-hour cooldown process started, memo, link, feed, link, loading test scenario, expected processing time 16 hours. So the first big part is the 48-hour cooldown process. This takes us directly to the 6th of August, which is what a lot of people speculate to become some sort of trailer of some sort. That's what was mentioned in the Superlumina website ad. It basically said brr of August, and some people heard 6. Again, this isn't confirmed, but big things will definitely happen that day. Now it also says loading test scenario, processing time 16 hours. I'm going to talk about this in more information in the later of the video because there's something which adds into it and makes perfect sense. Now if you click on the memo, it takes you to a new PDF link. This PDF talks about Mr. Noodles and how they are devoted to cruelty-free science. Not much is known how this is really going to tie out into the lore of Waking Titan, but I'm sure we're going to find out in the end. I do feel like this memo is more of a backup than anything. It's basically to say to animal rights activists that what they're doing is completely safe and legal. It literally just lists things which are deemed unethical in some people's books. So personally, instead of looking at this memo as a clue, I think it's a more a thing to save their own skin. Now back to the main event. Just minutes after updating it to the PDF link, a new link was then added to the status command with a link to a live stream. And this live stream was about a hamster called Mr. Noodles. Now apart from looking incredible, the music we get in stream is also fantastic too, as it's completely brand new. However, let's take a little bit of a deeper look into what we see. The first big thing that sticks out to me is the test scenario inactive. Now if we type test into wakingtitan.com, it gives us test.is.txt. Again, it's not 100% known what this could mean, but there's definitely going to be a way to activate it or look into the text file. Another interesting part is the T50 part at the bottom left. Now it's just a small sticky note, but it has to be a clue. Everything in this LG is placed for a reason. The current speculation is that there is a place in New York, Shanghai or London which basically does cheap tea. Again, you're going to have to look into this a little bit more to try and figure it out. Now there has been a lot of speculation regarding the next clue, 99PH6 or 99PT16. Now when you look at the status command updated, it speaks about processing time. I think PT16 makes much more sense as it would reference the processing time 16 hours part of the status command. Now there's also a no Wi-Fi label by the seams of things, not really sure what this is referencing, but it's a cool hint. Everything there has been wired into the router, so I'm not sure if this is something like you can't use Wi-Fi in here, everything has to be plugged in here. Again, I'm not 100% sure how this ties into the ARG. Now a very interesting label is feed Mr. N at 3 PM. Now I don't know what time this is referencing, but it is probably going to be EST because that's when Alison Smith are available. They're in EST, the time zone, and a lot of people are available at EST. Now it's predicted that we're going to have to trigger it of some sort or someone will do it for us. Now at the top right we can also see call JJ. Now JJ has been mentioned before in regards to the Myriad site. Myriad was basically a site about satellites and other uplinks. So unless we're going to start seeing phase 1 sites start popping back up again, I can't really see how this is going to unfold with JJ. Now we're not 100% sure if this is the same JJ from Myriad, but considering it's all in the same universe, I think it makes a lot of sense. Now the more miscellaneous items are a cassette at the bottom right. This is definitely an Easter egg towards the tapes received. We could start receiving some more. We can obviously see Mr. Noodles in all of his glory in the middle, and he's really cute actually. He's really damn cute. Now there's also a Rubik's Cube and a black box. Now everything here, take it as a clue. Nothing is just left there. Honestly, if you have an idea, send it to us. The Rubik's Cube is all orange on one side and unfinished on the other. I don't know if this is some sort of riddle. Again, I'm not 100% sure on these. A lot of this is just baseless speculation. And again, it could just be put there as a prop, but we do have to take all of this stuff in as clues. Now onto the command side of things on wakingtitan.com, there is a new command which says Turing. Now it does say that the command is unavailable right now, so I'm sure that we start triggering the test scenario that more commands are going to pop up. Now just about 30 minutes of the live stream being up, it asks for a system check, which basically users had to vote in the Twitch chat. I have a screenshot on the screen now. Basically all you did, you put the exclamation mark A, B or C, and you'd have a vote for cycle A, cycle B or cycle C. Now it's not known what this could be. Just after we updated it, the music did change, but I think the best part of this is we legit got memed out by Alison Smith. I have a screenshot of it. They literally memed us throughout this entire thing. Which I found was kind of funny. So that's just another update towards it. If you didn't get involved with that bit, it's no worries. I don't think it's going to affect the overall scope of it. But it was kind of funny to see the community interaction. So adding on from what was just said, basically the cycles that we were voting on added into this maze which we are now participating in. The maze is basically controlling Mr. Noodles, as it seems, in his guide to find this block of cheese in the middle of a maze. Now I don't know what each cycle was, but it seems that it decided the time intervals. It seems that the one that we chose was A, and that there was an opportunity to go to a 30-minute cycle, maybe an hour cycle, maybe 2-hour cycle. Maybe we got the better end of the deal, we honestly do not know. But if you want to participate in this, it should still be running because it's 30-minute cycles. We don't know if we're going to get to the end of it, but there's no harm in participating. Apart from that, this is definitely an ongoing story. The current theory is that around 12 PM EST the test scenario is going to activate, because that's 16 hours after the link came in saying you've got to wait 16 hours. What this could mean is definitely unknown. There has been a lot of speculation about it being a build of the game, but I don't think it's going to be that. I personally don't think they're going to show any gameplay of No Man's Sky and Waking Titan. I think it's going to be more of a backstory, and then they'll release the update on its own. But anyway, I'll keep you guys updated as it happens right here on Orbit TV. I do have work tomorrow until quite late, so if I'm not online, just give me a shout and I'll try and be online as soon as possible. And this video was kind of short and a little bit jumbled, but I really wanted to get the information out. Now enjoy watching Mr. Noodles, I think he's kind of like our official Waking Titan mascot, and let's get some more information. I'll see you all tomorrow night. It's Orbit out.